This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems will transmit this message. This station has interrupted programming at the request of the White House to transmit this emergency action notification. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Please stand by for important information. At 10:42 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, sunlight ceased instantaneously across the globe. This is not a solar eclipse. Reports confirm total solar absence. There is not currently an explanation for this strange phenomenon. Once more information is known, it will be broadcast over the emergency alert system. At this time, remain indoors. Close all windows and doors. Cover all cracks to the outdoors with tape. Get into the most interior room of your residence with all your family members. Conserve as much heat as possible. Shortly, the globe will rapidly cool to extreme, sub-zero temperatures, and being outdoors will be extremely deadly. Do not travel unless absolutely necessary. Stay tuned for more information from the emergency alert system. This has been an emergency action notification. Normal programming has been suspended until further notice.
We come to you with breaking news. The sun has disappeared. That's right, the sun is gone. No one knows exactly why or how this happened, but it's being investigated thoroughly as we speak. NASA has yet to put out a statement or explanation. The president is currently holding an emergency conference, but no press is allowed inside. Folks, I urge you all to remain calm. We don't know how this happened, if it's natural or not, but I assure you, we will tell you when we know. All we know is that it's not an eclipse. We don't know when or if the sun will return. I urge you to gather your emergency supplies and prepare, because we don't know how long the lights will be out. We'll be back after this.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems will transmit this message. This station has interrupted programming at the request of the White House to transmit this emergency action notification. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Please stand by for important information. At approximately 11:21 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, along with the National Space Weather Center, confirmed the presence of a gravitational anomaly centered where the sun should be. This is causing the Earth to be rapidly pulled toward the anomaly. Additionally, there have been reports of the star field in the sky looking distorted. The cause of this phenomenon is not yet known. This event contradicts all known science. There is no timeline for the sun to return, and the planet may be on a collision course with the gravitational anomaly. Prepare for long-term darkness and freezing temperatures. Use blankets or bed sheets to conserve your body heat in an enclosed area. Ration your food and water and keep them at recommended temperatures. All water on Earth will soon rapidly freeze. Do anything in your power to keep warm and stay alive. When more information is available, it will be broadcast over the emergency alert system. This was an emergency action notification message. Normal programming will remain suspended until further notice. This is an emergency action termination message. All broadcast stations and cable systems will transmit this message. This station has interrupted programming at the request of the White House to transmit this emergency action termination. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Please stand by for important information. At approximately 11:43 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration confirmed that the Sun has completely transformed into a black hole. There is no possible explanation for this. Reports show that the Sun was replaced by a supermassive black hole with a mass approximately 235,000 times larger than the Sun. The Earth will be pulled in by immense gravitational forces, reality will collapse, and all life will cease to exist. If you can hear this message, spend your final moments doing what you love. Calculations predict the Earth will exist for approximately 3 more hours, and will collapse to the black hole long before freezing over. Pray to your higher being. Spend time with your families. The pull increases each minute. This has been an emergency action termination. All broadcasts will cease after the conclusion of this message. The sky is bending. Light is falling inward. We are being drawn